Hello everyone, I'm Vincent from Musundu Free English. Thanks for clicking, and welcome to this lesson on adjectives. An adjective describes or modifies a noun or pronoun. Examples: understandable, capable, readable, incredible, enjoyable, accidental. Mathematical, functional, influential, chemical, comical. Beautiful, bashful, helpful, harmful, playful. Submissive, intuitive, inventive, attractive, corrective. Artistic, manic, rustic, terrific, comic. Sleeveless, hopeless, groundless, restless. Gorgeous, dangerous, adventurous, fabulous. Reddish, obedient, talkative, elderly, sickly. Long, starry, windy, correct, elder, red, sick. Some adjectives and adverbs are the same. Examples: fast, only, late, pretty, right, short, sound, hard, fair, even, cheap, early, much, little. A hot potato. Some hot potatoes. To emphasize or strengthen the meaning of an adjective we add very or really. A very hot potato. Some really hot potatoes. Types of adjectives. Descriptive: smart, strong. Quantitative: some, many, few. Demonstrative: this, those. Possessive: my, his, their. Interrogative: which, what. A. Position of adjectives. 1. Usually in front of a noun, e.g., a beautiful girl. 2. After verbs like to be, linking verbs like become, seem, appear, turn, get, be, and cognitive verbs like look, taste, sound, smell, etc. Examples: the girl is beautiful. You look tired. This meat tastes funny. 3. After the noun with the adjectives involved, present, concerned. Examples: I want to see the people involved/concerned equals the people who have something to do with the matter. Here is a list of the people present equals the people who were in the building or at the meeting. Be careful, when these adjectives are used before the noun they have a different meaning. Examples: an involved discussion equals detailed, complex. A concerned father, worried, anxious. The present situation equals current, happening now. 4. After the noun, in some fixed expressions. Examples: the princess royal, the president-elect, a court-martial. 5. After indefinite pronouns like someone, something, anything, no one, etc. Example: I couldn't see anything wrong here. Notes: besides, we can use adjective in structures, be plus 2 plus adjectives plus to do something. Example: she is too short to play basketball. Be plus adjective plus enough, plus for someone/something, plus to do something. Example: Lisa is intelligent enough to do that work. Subject plus be/verb plus so plus adjective plus that plus clause, subject plus verb. Example: she's so kind that everyone loves her. Subject plus verb plus such plus a/and plus adjective plus that plus clause. Example: it was such a hot day that we decided to stay indoors. Adjective in exclamative sentence. What plus a/and plus adjective plus noun. Example: what an awful day. How plus adjective plus s plus v. Example: how kind the girl is. S plus find plus it plus adjective plus to do something. Example: been found it difficult to learn English. B. Functions of adjectives. 1. Describe feelings or qualities. Examples: he's a lonely man. They're honest people. 2. Give nationality or origin. Examples: Pierre is French. This clock is German. Our house is Victorian. 3. Tell more about a thing's characteristics. Examples: a wooden table. The knife is sharp. 4. Tell us about age. Examples: he is a young man. My coat is very old. 5. Tell us about size and measurements. Examples: John is a tall man. This is a very long film. 6. Tell us about color. Examples: Paul wore a red shirt. The sunset was crimson and gold. 7. Tell us about material / what something is made of. Examples: it was a wooden table. It was a cotton dress. 8. Tell us about shape. Examples: a rectangular box. The square envelope. 9. Express a judgment or a value. Examples: a fantastic film. Grammar is boring. C. The order of adjectives in sentence. The usual order is value / opinion, size, age / temperature, shape, color, origin, material. Value / opinion, delicious, lovely, charming. Size, small, huge, tiny. Age / temperature, old, young, hot. Shape, round, square, rectangular. Color, red, blonde, black. Origin, Swedish, Victorian, Chinese. Material, plastic, wooden, silver. Examples: a lovely old red postbox. Some small round plastic tables. Some charming small silver ornaments. D. Negative prefixes. Negative statements are the opposite of the affirmative statements. In English, one way to make negative statements is by adding negative prefixes to nouns, adjectives, and verbs. Here are some negative English prefixes. A dash, dis dash, il dash, I'm dash, ir dash, non dash, un dash. For example, the prefix, un dash, can be attached to the adjective happy to create the negative, unhappy. Or you can use the negative adverb, not. Note that there's no difference in meaning between these two forms. Political, apolitical, sexual, asexual, theist, atheist. Agree, disagree, comfort, discomfort, mount, dismount, orient, disorient. Legal, illegal, legible, illegible, literate, illiterate, logical, illogical. Mobile, immobile, moral, immoral, perfect, imperfect, possible, impossible. Accurate, inaccurate, eligible, ineligible, organic, inorganic, decent, indecent, sane, insane. Rational, irrational, reconcilable, irreconcilable, regular, irregular, resistible, irresistible. Conformist, nonconformist, essential, non-essential, fiction, non-fiction, sense, nonsense. Able, unable, interesting, uninteresting, usual, unusual, comfortable, uncomfortable, helpful, unhelpful, prepare, unprepared, happy, unhappy / not happy. Most compounds with non are written with a hyphen in British English, but not in American English. E.g., non-alcoholic, non-alcoholic. Adjectives ending in ed and ing. Example sentences of adjectives ending in ed and ing. This grammar lesson is boring. I'm bored reading all about these grammar rules. I'm tired right now. My flight was tiring, because it was a 12-hour flight. Public toilets are usually disgusting. I'm disgusted by the smell in some of them. Your speech was very inspiring. I'm now inspired to do wonderful things with my life. Compare the difference: my girlfriend is bored equals my girlfriend feels bored. My girlfriend is boring equals my girlfriend is a boring person. You can use these adjectives to describe people or situations, but be careful that you're using the correct adjective. For example, there's a big difference in meaning between I'm confused equals I don't understand something. I'm confusing, I will cause you to be confused. Note that the sentences below are to highlight the difference between the two types of adjectives. They're not common to do or say because they sound repetitive. I was shocked by how shocking the accident was last night. They were frightened by the frightening roller coaster ride. I'm annoyed by how annoying that person in front of us is. Sally was confused by the confusing street signs in the city. Comparative and superlative adjectives. Using the comparative of adjectives in English is quite easy once you've understood the few simple rules that govern them. Most one-syllable adjectives take the ending er and est. Two-syllable adjectives use more plus regular form or most plus regular form to make the comparative and the superlative. All three or more syllable adjectives must use more plus regular form or most plus regular form. Number of syllables, comparative, superlative. One syllable, plus plus est. NB, adjectives ending in y like happy, pretty, busy, sunny, lucky, etc. Replace the y with your or iest in the comparative and superlative form. Number of syllables, comparative, superlative. Two syllables, plus or more plus adjective, plus est or most plus adjective. If you're not sure, use more plus or most plus. Number of syllables, comparative, superlative. Three syllables or more plus adjective, most plus adjective. Regular, comparative, superlative, number of syllables. Fat, fatter, fattest, 1. New, newer, newest, 1. Tall, taller, tallest, 1. Hot, hotter, hottest, 1. Cute, cuter, cutest, 1. Pretty, prettier, prettiest, 2. Lonely, lonelier, loneliest, 2. Happy, happier / more happy, happiest / most happy, 2. Yellow, yellower / more yellow, yellowest / most yellow, 2. Simple, simpler / more simple, simplest / most simple, 2. Tender, tenderer / more tender, tenderest / most tender, 2. Modern, more modern, most modern, 2. Beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful, 3. Popular, more popular, most popular, 3. Important, more important, most important, 3. Expensive, more expensive, most expensive, 3. Examples: a cat is fast, a tiger is faster but a cheetah is the fastest. A car is heavy, a track is heavier but a train is the heaviest. A park bench is comfortable, a restaurant chair is more comfortable but a sofa is the most comfortable. She's the shorter of the two sisters. This office is most modern one in the building. NB, never mix the two ways to form the comparative or superlative. Incorrect, she gets lots of benefits because she's been here more longer. Correct, she gets lots of benefits because she's been here longer. Incorrect, he works more quickly than us. Correct, he works more quickly than us. Incorrect, he was the most wisest man I ever knew. Correct, he was the wisest person I ever knew. Incorrect, she types the most fastest of all the secretaries. Correct, she types the fastest of all the secretaries. G. Irregular adjectives and adverbs. There are some irregular adjectives and adverbs. They do not make the comparative or superlative the same way that other ones do. They don't use either /st or more / most. Their comparative and superlative forms have to be remembered. Regular form, comparative form, superlative form. Adjectives. Good, better, best. Bad, worse, worst. Little, less, least. Many, more, most. Some, more, most. Much, more, most. Adverbs. Well, better, best. Badly, worse, worst. Little, less, least. Far, further / farther, furthest / farthest. Examples: this program is better than the previous one. This program is the best of all. Incorrect, the software we bought the muchest of came from an online supplier. Correct, the software we bought the most of came from an online supplier. Incorrect, she was to travel the far of anyone in the office. Correct, she was to travel the farthest of anyone in the office. H. Words with no comparative and superlative forms. Not all adjectives and adverbs can have a comparative or superlative form. No type of comparison is possible with certain adjectives and adverbs. They cannot show a greater or lesser amount, so they can only have one form. Some of these words are perfect, unique, dead, impossible and infinite. Example. Incorrect, he was the most unique president we had. Correct, he was a unique president. Unique means one of a kind. There's no other like it, so it's not possible for one president to be more or less than another one. Parallel structure required. The comparisons must make sense. You cannot compare things that are very different. They must be similar. Apples and oranges are both fruits, but they're still two different kinds of fruit. So, an apple cannot be compared to an orange. Examples. Incorrect, Michael's computer is much older than Will, comparing a computer to a person. Correct, Michael's computer is much older than Will's computer, comparing one computer to another. Incorrect, the English that's spoken in Canada is close to the United States, comparing a language to a country. Correct, the English that's spoken in Canada is close to that of United States, comparing the English spoken in two countries. J, the, plus superlative. The is placed before a superlative. Examples, he's the richest man in the world. That's the biggest crocodile I've ever seen. She's the tallest girl in her class. She's the youngest employee in the company to be promoted. NB, she's being compared to all other employees at the company. The word, the, is always used before the superlative form in a sentence. K, comparative plus than. To compare the difference between two people, things, or events. Examples, Mount Everest is higher than Mount Blanc. Thailand is sunnier than Norway. A car is more expensive than a bicycle. Albert is more intelligent than Arthur. She's shorter than her sister. This fax machine is newer than that one. The manager wants to be more popular than the previous one. The word than is usually used following the comparative form in a sentence. L, comparison, as plus adjective plus as. To compare people, places, events or things, when there's no difference, use, as plus adjective plus as. Examples, Peter is 24 years old. John is 24 years old. Peter is as old as John. Moscow is as cold as Petersburg in the winter. Ramona is as happy as Raphael. Einstein is as famous as Darwin. A tiger is as dangerous as a lion. M, negative comparison, not as plus adjective plus as. Difference can also be shown by using not so slash as. Examples, Mount Blanc is not as high as Mount Everest. Norway is not as sunny as Thailand. A bicycle is not as expensive as a car. Arthur is not as intelligent as Albert. N, comparison of quantity to show the difference. To show difference we use more, less, fewer plus than, more plus nouns that are countable or uncountable. Fewer plus countable nouns, less plus uncountable nouns. Examples, 1, with countable nouns, more/fewer. Eloise has more children than Chantal. Chantal has fewer children than Eloise. There are fewer dogs in Cardiff than in Bristol. I've visited fewer countries than my friend has. He has read fewer books than she has. 2, with uncountable nouns, more/less. Eloise has more money than Chantal. Chantal has less money than Eloise. I spend less time on homework than you do. Cats drink less water than dogs. This new dictionary gives more information than the old one. To show no difference. To show no difference we use as much as many as few as little as. As many as few as plus countable nouns. As much as little as plus uncountable nouns. Examples with countable nouns. They have as many children as us. We have as many customers as them. Tom has as few books as Jane. There are as few houses in his village as in mine. You know as many people as I do. I've visited the States as many times as he has. Examples with uncountable nouns. John eats as much food as Peter. Jim has as little food as Sam. You've heard as much news as I have. He's had as much success as his brother has. They've got as little water as we have. O, equal comparison. An adjective or adverb is used to show that two things share a quality in the same amount. A quality shared in the same amount means that the two things are equal in some way. Adjective examples: our boss is as friendly as yours. Her vacation lasted as long as her boyfriend's vacation. Adverb examples: he works as efficiently as you. His computer can download files as fast as their computer does. And more and more. Examples: the weather is getting hotter and hotter. I'm getting more and more interested in conservation these days. The and the more. Examples: the colder it is, the hungrier I get. As the weather gets colder, I get hungrier. The more generous you are towards others, the more generous they are likely to be towards you. Thank you for watching. Kindly subscribe for more grammar tips and lessons. Good luck and keep practicing.